What's up, world? It's 6 p.m. It's Saturday. Yeah, today is an interesting day because the first part of the day was almost all consisted of calls with my partners, calls with the family. I did all my morning routine stuff. I feel really great. And I think I've been a little bit lazy on vlogging. Since it's kind of all over the place. I don't have any idea for what I want to do for vlog. I actually have, but I don't do what I want to do. So I think that I should be more disciplined and I should start creating something that engages and tells more of a story so that it would be more interesting for you to watch. Today I got an interesting insight on learning. There is something that is called a social media bubble effect. Basically, all apps that you're using right now are based on AI or machine learning technologies, which is kind of one of the same thing. And what it is a technology that feeds you more of the same. So if you, let's say, right now go to Facebook and just like a bunch of football pictures, just type in football or just type in something like Bitcoin, and just like a bunch of stuff related to Bitcoin, like 50 photos. Like the next week you will be fed Bitcoin related content, and the more you can like certain things, the more the machine understands what to feed you. Now, this idea you can leverage in two ways. One way I do it now is that if I want to learn something and I don't know about it, I just go into my Facebook and like a bunch of things related to it. And I just go on, almost half a day just like and search and, just browse that content so that Facebook would feed me that content. I cannot understand it, but since I forced the algorithm to do it, I kind of start to learn something new just because that's the way the algorithm works. So that's one way you can really hack Facebook. Now the second hack, it's not the hack, it's the way social media works, is what I call the closed bubble effect, which is basically if you only browse and search content which is connected to your perspective, to your beliefs, you only will get this type of content. For example, if you like military and one of your beliefs is that military should be really big in every country and stuff like that, you will get content that will support this belief. And for example, if you think that Hitler was the best dude in the world, you will get the content that will support this belief. Also, if you believe that gingers should die, you will get the content that will support this belief. If you believe just Jesus is the best, Christianity is the best religion, again, the same. And if you're the vegan, if you eat only grass, then you will get content that will support this belief. You get the picture. So the learning that I got is I want to create periods for myself where I engage in something that I completely have no idea. I have so much no idea that it even kind of is painful to read or consume that material. It's like learning to knit when you have no idea how to knit. The first knits are kind of my brain hurts. It's so uncomfortable. And after 10 hours, you're kind of starting to like it. And after 20-30 hours, you're really liking it because you have some leverage in that activity. So why do I want to engage in these type of really uncomfortable and unknown activities? Because in this way you broaden your perspective, and it's really beneficial for any entrepreneur because, for example, I may have an idea of how to do a certain thing, but it may be limited because of my experience in life. And if I can get exposure to something that I don't know, I may create a better solution for this problem. And this is where goals and accountability and getting stuff done comes into play. Basically, if you're really strict and narrow on your goals and you just want to do it and you're not looking in anything else, probably you will reach it, but it may be not the best solution. Maybe if you spend time just delving into something that is almost unrelated to that goal, it would give you an insight on how to accomplish that goal better. So what I took out of this is that I have to have a period of where I, for example, listen to podcasts or just, skim them through that are absolutely unrelated to any of my beliefs. Like listen to people that believe in that Jesus is the best religion, or something to that sort, something that is counterintuitive to me. Or podcast about, art, or, how to taste wine, which is all of these concepts. I think these type of things can really broaden your perspective and make you just a better human being and a better high performer. Hey guys, so I forgot to share that today I'm basically researching local news media publishing business idea that I want to connect with my lead generation business. So basically you get lead gen, which drives all the business, all the money, and on top of it I want to create something sustainable, something that's meaningful, something that provides value. And I think that local news media site could be this thing. I'm working right now, and I'll talk to you after I finish. That moment when you're trying to make a cocktail out of bananas and dates, and one of the seeds go into the jar, and then you have to find out how to take it out. It's not the most pleasant moment. So it's about midnight, as always, and I finished my work, and I have some really interesting discoveries, but I think that I don't want to share them yet, since I think that tomorrow I would have the finished version of these discoveries. Basically tomorrow I will go to a meetup with entrepreneurs, and this meetup will be very special because I will have a couple of goals. First of all, I will try to document it and make it as real as possible, as authentically real, and you will see what I mean tomorrow. By researching now, I discovered this trend that is inside of me and I see everywhere. I see it in business, in culture, in everywhere. And I noticed that I crave this thing too in my life. I want to create a local news site, and I see that there is a demand in many factors from data, that there's a demand. I also see that there's just a gazillion of businesses that are trying to do this in every cities. And also researching this, I saw that there is an app that basically allows you to have dinners with strangers in some kind of place. It's like, you could say, if there's crowd surfing for staying somewhere, so it's like crowd eating. Or basically I can create a dinner and I can invite any people into my place and charge for that dinner. Instead of a restaurant, I could be a restaurant. So this is the trend that I see also overlap with the local media sites. And the trend is basically that people are craving for this real, hyper-real experience. As I'm speaking right now with, or chatting with one of the people that really helped me to understand this. And basically, the way it was described to me, how this phenomena is it's the craving for hyper-real experiences. And this is what I want to draw out tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to see how, because I never knew that this thing existed. So tomorrow I want to see how hyper-real experiences, what are people craving in this hyper-real experience, and I'll try to film this meeting as hyper-real experience. I will try to create a context of it. And then we'll see the result. Is this something that, what it is? So I'm really excited for tomorrow, and I feel like I discovered, some kind of eureka. So really quick, I just wanted to wrap up my today's learnings. Yeah, so what this site will be about, local news site. It's basically a section on top of my current business, and it's about places to eat, places to work, some kind of, top places, basically it's all about top places. Then we will also do surveys on dating, we'll ask local people, and then we'll do articles on it, and we'll also cover some unique places, events, any other top things like top citizens of that city. We'll publish some city guides, some eating guides, and we'll try to generate user generated content. So the idea is to create local media site where locals generate the content, and it's hyper real. Everything is hyper real in it. We only talk about things that are really real, that are things that locals care, not something that governors care, or I don't know, some BS bureaucrats or some corporate businesses care. We only will care about the local perspective. So I think that you understand what I'm trying to say. That's it for today, and I'm really looking forward for tomorrow. See ya.